Hey guys, it's Loona Vlog. I haven't uploaded in a while. There has just been so much going on and I don't even know where to begin. Honestly, I'm gonna keep uploading like twice or 3 times a month because I've got other stuff going on. I kind of just want to keep this fun and not get burnt out on trying to upload, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna go back to making the subunit video series once I do the research and some other stuff. I wasn't originally gonna make this video, but I'm just so excited about this opportunity for Loona and just so excited about Queendom 2 in general and from watching these performances. This is going to be my personal ranking of the Queendom 2 Round 1 performances. This will be based on the impact each performance had on me as a viewer. All these groups did well, and I look forward to seeing how they do on the show. For this, I'm watching each performance multiple times to see if my feelings change or if I missed any details. So as always, I'll be giving you my honest opinions, so let's get started. Number 6, Brave Girls. When I saw that they were doing Chimat Baram, I was super excited because I really do rock with that song. I'm not a huge Roland fan, but I know that that's their breakout hit, so I'm fine hearing it again, although they did it for their opening. I like how they took advantage of the different stage levels, good stuff. However, their performance ranks this low for me for a few reasons. Right off the bat, I noticed that the outfits don't really match the songs at all, especially Chimat Baram. Like, they're dressed like KDA, and there's a summery firework background that just did not mesh well to me, and it kind of distracted me. It looked great with the original background and like the neon rods or whatever, but yeah. I also didn't really like Minyoung's vocals, especially around the Roland remix part. And it's pretty interesting because a lot of people disagree, but like I said, not gonna sit here and claim to be a vocal expert, but it was not pleasant to my ears and it once again kind of took me out of the performance. One thing is though, is that they do know how to have fun on stage and you can clearly see it. It just did not have much of an impact on me. Number 5, Viviz. I'm gonna keep it real with you, I'm not sure how to pronounce their name and like nobody is giving me a clear answer. I'm saying Viviz because it's like a play on Vivid Days, apparently, but I know it's different in Korean. Anyways, I know some of y'all are gonna disagree with me for sure, but I did like this performance. I know overall people said that it was boring. I don't care. You know, this might be where my personal bias sets in because I love Time for the Moon Night. Like, I was never a buddy or even someone who paid much attention to G-Friend when they were active. I just like a few songs. To be fair, I think it's kind of difficult to take songs performed by 6 members and then modify it so it works for half. And it's still impactful because that's obviously gonna change things. I liked the stage itself and the setup was beautiful, backup dancers were alright, but I think we could have done without them just fine. I love the styling, it suits them and the songs so well, of course, really giving you the pure G-Friend vibe. And that is another point. I'm also seeing a lot of criticism about them doing a G-Friend song, and I'm kind of on the fence about that argument. Like, yes, on one hand, they are Viviz now, and they do have a different concept, and they're a different group at the end of the day. I really wanted them to explore the little retro vibe that they have going on now. Like, if they blended the Viviz sound with the G-Friend one, it would just have a really beautiful message. However, though, the girls themselves want to be a continuation of G-Friend and not so much their own group, which I respect, but logically, if a group rebrands, everyone is kind of gonna expect them to stick to the rebranding and show us something new. And now what I'm gonna say isn't performance related, but on the actual show when they were talking about what they were going to do, when they called one of the G-Friend members, I can't remember who it was, it kind of felt like when you're at a sleepover with some girls and they're closer to each other than you are, and they decide to FaceTime one of their besties and you're just kind of sitting there awkwardly. Since I'm not a buddy, that's kind of how it felt, and I think that ties back to the performance as well. Like, it could have hit me emotionally like a truck if I was a G-Friend fan of any sort, but it didn't have that much of an effect on me. I thought it was cute and nice, and that's about it. Number 4, wjsn. I really didn't think I'd have my girls this low. I've been so hyped to see wjsn on this show. I tried to stan a few years ago, but the community was kind of dry in a way. I guess I'm used to like more memes and stuff like that. Anyway, the fandom didn't retain me, but I still love them and their music very much. I have mixed feelings about this performance since I loved their opening performance. Like, it might have been my favorite or second favorite. Anyways, when it started, I was so invested with the hourglass prop and stage setup. I loved the outfits for this, like, their styling does not miss. Giving a girl group blazers with those jeweled, tasseled shoulder pads doesn't go wrong. Once again though, I was not rocking with the backup dancers this time. I liked the formations they did with them, but I really do think they were dressed similarly but also not. Like, something about this color palette is odd to me. I'm not sure what it is, but I do think it's that. And I think they could have altered the song even more, especially when the chorus hit, to make it grander. Like, I actually have that problem with another performance too later on. I just think that they were trying to do it all instead of appealing to one aspect. What I mean is that if they wanted to do a hard-hitting performance, they should have gone all out with that in mind. Or if they wanted to go the more emotional route, the same would apply. Not that a performance cannot be both, but sometimes it's better to just lean into one of those things. It just seemed like they were trying to do everything. Like, the beginning has emphasis on the vocals, and then there's the rap, and then there's the dance break, and it just was not bad at all. It was just a lot, and it feels unfocused. The part I liked the most was towards the end, where Yxy flips the hourglass and the backup dancers fall down. The camera work was really neat for that. I also enjoyed the last chorus. I was expecting more from them, but the song transitions didn't really do them any favors either. Overall, a middle tier performance for me. Number 3, Kep1er. I am just as surprised as you are that Kep1er is in my number 3 spot. While watching this, I originally got the feeling that I was watching a music show performance and not queendom, which is not a good thing. However, it being pretty minimal and mostly focused on the actual performance aspect was kind of good. Wadada is the best song choice for them, not like they really have that many options, but this remix was really good and fun. There are some parts that could definitely be cleaner, and you can tell that they're still rookies, but they have charisma. But honestly, this grabbed my attention plain and simple, and I just wanted to keep watching. The dance break didn't feel like it came out of nowhere, and it didn't drag on forever and ever. I really liked their smiles and their energy. It was just infectious. I was in the camp of people who weren't that thrilled that Kep1er would be in the Queendom 2 lineup. I was thinking, you know, there's other groups that could benefit from this right now, like yyxy, and they're just gonna be called Mnet's daughters, which is not that good for them. But that is all over now, and despite all that, I had so much fun watching, and it reminded me how much fun K-pop really is. Like, it was just really cute, and they played to their strengths, so I approve. What I'd like to see from them now is this same energy, coupled with more elaboration on the stage setup side of things. Number 2, Hyolyn. I am surprised about her place in my ranking, but also not at the same time. I obviously know of Hyolyn and her stage presence, and I like some Sistar songs, but once again, never really followed her activity or that group's at all. Her opening performance was easily in 5th or 6th for me because I thought it was lacking direction and energy. But this one, nothing of the sort. The song choice was great, and I heard people saying the same thing they said about Viviz, like using a song from your former group, but I think those situations are different. One is an established soloist, and the other is a group formed by ex-members of another group that had a totally different concept. And also, the way that they disbanded left a G-friend-shaped hole in people's hearts, and that is still a very fresh wound, so that is a different case in my opinion. Regardless, it went crazy. The tropical vibe and the stage levels looking like a waterfall was just so perfect. Like, the way she came in with the fan leaves actually just screamed queendom to me. Like, this is what we came to see. She is about to give us everything, and of course, she does. She knows how to put on a real show, and it is so clear. Like, her facial expressions and her movements and confidence is unmistakably from a seasoned performer, and that is so difficult to replicate. She went insane on the vocals and the dance, and I really just could not look away. Also, the backup dancers added to this performance as they should, and it was perfect. Also, listening to the original, I love how this version mostly just emphasizes certain parts of the song and makes them stand out. Like, it was tweaked perfectly for a soloist rendition of it. And that is a big deal because sometimes you'll have the right song but not the right arrangement, and then everything falls apart. Anyways, that win was well deserved. I can't wait to see more of her, and she ate, plain and simple. Number 1, Loona. Look, don't let my channel name fool you, but I am being objective here. Actually, no, I don't have to be, but I was in awe the entire time. When I tell you my eyes were glued to the screen. First of all, they nailed the concept, the stage, the music, the styling. It's all so detailed. PTT translated so well to this concept. It's already a striking song with a lot of traditional instrumentation, so it just made perfect sense. I loved the use of the solo shots, especially Eve's assisted backflip, Although she didn't nail the landing, it was almost unnoticeable and it looks like she did it on purpose. I think the backup dancers suited this song just fine, especially because PTT's video already had backup dancers to begin with. It just goes with the concept, really. I love the choreography change, especially around Kim Lip and Go-on's pre-chorus part. While watching this, I had to remember that these girls were still recovering from C19 and they lost a lot of their practice time. And there was also a time where we were not even sure if they were going to even get around one performance. So for us to even have this is crazy. It's funny because a lot of the negative comments about this stage were one of three things. 1, they were lacking energy. 2, they should have done Butterfly. 3, it's too similar to Oh My Girl's Destiny performance from the first season of Queendom. Like, yeah, there's a drop in energy because, like I said, very much still recovering from C19, and we don't know what long-term effects they might face from this. It's still really captivating and they know how to perform. Then, of course, a bunch of people are like, oh, they should have done Butterfly. Like, I can see what they're getting at, but they chose this song because it was their first win with haseul and a turning point in their career. Like, a lot has changed for them since PTT came out. I think it's time for us to move on. Like, as much as I wish it was 2019, PTT has an impact and it's a hard-hitting song, perfect for Queendom, and it means a lot to the girls. I've seen Butterfly be performed a million ways, and yes, it's elegant and beautiful, but I don't know what they could do with it that has not been done already. I think a lot of people let their opinion of how Loona shouldn't be doing Girl Crush get in the way of appreciating this performance for what it is. And to counter that last point, the only similarity that this stage has to Oh My Girl's Destiny performance is the traditional concept, which nobody owns in the first place. That is literally it. The vibes of the performances aren't similar at all. One is magical and elegant, and the other one is like a war anthem. The only negative that I see that isn't related to their health was the choruses of the song. Maybe it's because I've seen PTT be performed so much, but the choruses could have been emphasized with different instrumentation because it was kind of bland. Luckily, right after the choruses, the rest would pick right back up, so I didn't feel bored while watching. This just gets me excited to see what they can do next, because if they keep up this quality, they are going to do so well. I hate that they're at a disadvantage right now, but I don't think we'll have to worry about that soon enough. Let me know whose performance was your favorite and who do you want to see succeed on this show. Thanks for watching.
오늘 어긴 어찌 오게 되죠